Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Rebels head coach. Even though their opponent today is not ranked in the top 25, Coach has been warning his players all week. Do not overlook anyone. We have to be the best version of ourselves today. I'll keep you posted on how it's going at halftime. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Rebels offense will go on the attack first. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else.
Turning it on! Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards.
There's a crease. Touchdown, Ole Miss! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Pulls it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He'll keep it again on the option. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you're going to fly upfield every single play. We'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Condors will line up to punt it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Rebels offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you snags it, and there's running room. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it 1st and goal from the 10. Quick toss. Oh, he got loose. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll go right back to it.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking chasing him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Rebels.
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting this scoreboard up early.
Hey, you better find some answers defensively. You better find a way to slow them down. And how about this next possession for your offense? Like, coming on the field, you can tell. As an offense coordinator, you got to feel it. Like, my defense is not holding them down right now. We got to put together a drive, get some points on the score in this next possession.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's right. It's complete on the right side. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And it'll be the Condors who will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. Makes a move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it down the field. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. The Rebels have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he's in! Touchdown, Rebels! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
He's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the boxes. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Leaves it with the back. Makes a stop in the backfield, he'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They go right back to him. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Scanning the field, it's right. They'll run the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Condors will bring the punt team onto the field. Catches it at the 30. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. The run inside. It's Lacey. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Using his feet. There's a little room there. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
This quarterback, part of their running game. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Bust through behind his pad. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels.
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. On the option. Find some fresh air. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll run the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. To the air, it's right. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And it'll be the Condors have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. Breaks the tackle. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They thought they had that screen set up, but there was a giant hole in the screen, and they went backwards.
Defense obviously did a good job watching tape, Reese. They know this is an offense that's going to try and take advantage of their pass rush upfield and try to sneak some screens in, but nobody on defense moved that time.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Here's a heat. He lofts one down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Condors send out the punt unit. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Ole Miss sideline. There is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Guys?
Makes the catch, and he's free. The 40, inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Rebels. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
They believe they can run right here. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
Well, that was the only place the quarterback could go with the ball. Finding his back out of the backfield, just couldn't make enough guys miss, and now it's 4th down.
And it'll be the Condors will punt it away on 4th down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And here comes the punt team. No fair catches here, looking for room. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And he was able to get away from 1 tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for space. It's Lacey. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention for the Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability.
Maybe a crease. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Rebels!
officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And he puts through the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Rides to back and leaves it. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Condors moving quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Dropping back, it's right. Blasted as he lets it go. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down. And it'll be the Condors will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Can they catch him? He's loose. Open field. Time has run out of the half, and he can sprint to the locker room where the orange slices will be a little bit sweeter. A punt return for a touchdown to end the half.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up. And this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Got it set up on the outside. Gets it out to the 21, and that's not enough to move the chains. It'll be fourth down. The Condors will call on their punt team. He gets a block. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some space. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Right back to the well. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to their running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time.
Up and hold on just a minute. They have decided to take the points here. Thought they might go for it on 4th and short. That is no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off play action. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. 3rd down following the sack by the D. Some misdirection with the counter. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. And it'll be the Condors line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll get it away and wisely kick it toward the sideline. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He'll run it again. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. Swings it out to his running back. There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Here's the handoff. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the back in motion. Here comes the option. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got a little grass. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain. It's 4th down. The Condors decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Got a little space. Got a lot of room to the right. At the 30. Inside the 10. He scored! Touchdown, Ole Miss! He scores for the 5th time in this game. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Huge
so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Gives it on the option. Finding an escape route. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. And it'll be the Condors will punt this one away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little... Down for the offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacey.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Trying to burn this defensive back. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Condors will line up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Running inside, it's Stevens. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Might as well stick with him. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. It'll be 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 27 and well short of the first down marker. Needed to get it to the 30, and it's 4th down. And it'll be the Condors will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes a move. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. Makes it past the marker. Still running at the 40. There he goes to the right. And on 1st down, they've sent the field goal unit onto the field. Absolutely center cut. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They'll go to the counter play. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The run inside. It's Stevens. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Knocked down immediately. They tried to surprise him on 3rd and long with the run, and nothing doing. The Condors will bring the punt team onto the field. Wants to return it. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Rebels offense is back on the field. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea is don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Finding some room. He's at the 10.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball. And all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the 2nd level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. This is Jones C. Edwards Stadium in Huntington, West Virginia. We're here for Week 5 of EA Sports College Football. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So East Carolina's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure
makes the grab in their space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Burke. Makes the grab. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Pirates come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. There's some room. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. So the Marshall Thundering Herd has the ball for the first time, and their offense will go to work. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop him. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver.
Turning it on! And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Got it behind the line. It's Culliver. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The Pirates will get things started here on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Dropping back, it's Burke. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Trying to get behind the defense. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
Third and short like that on your own side.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 48. And the Pirates are rolling down the field. On the ground with the counter. Maybe some room here. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. The Pirates come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Hands it off on the counter. Strong, firm tackle.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. From the gun. Give on the inside. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown Pirates. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Hold it, finds his man on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Boston. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. Guys, East Carolina carries the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Catch in the middle, it's Payne. Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Seven-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. Marshall looking for the score on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Motion from the back. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the East Carolina offense out to start the drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Could be an alley. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds. And the Pirates just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Pocket breaking down. And it's a sack.
All right, that's one the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. They didn't do it that time.
Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it from the gun.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Keeps it on the option. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Herd! The AT unit on the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They'll run it on the counter. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Pirates come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot. Might have a chance. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The offense in hurry-up mode.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and
oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Back to throw, it's Burke. Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Offense in a bunch formation. Motion from the wideout. They'll start this drive with a pass. They're working that left side. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Second down, he'll throw it. He's going to run it. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Lining up from the 34 on first down. On target. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Quick release by the QB. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Marshall trying to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Back to throw, it's Burke. He's going to take off. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Finally, they get him out of bounds, and what a big pickup there as they get the first down. And the Pirates have it with a 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking to the big tight end. Got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they use a timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. That should be the final play of the first half. Now it's 2nd and goal. Barrels ahead. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, East Carolina.
And that is exactly what this offense needed to have happen. They had to come up with a big drive with a big touchdown here at the end of the quarter. That's going to help their confidence. They've now got the lead heading into halftime.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Cincinnati taking on the number 17 team, the Arizona Wildcats. And it's the Bearcats able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And this group is finally able to get into the win column after starting 0-3. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game inside Jones C. Edwards Stadium. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half.
We're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So So Marshall is out on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds the big tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he goes down right there. That play's going to lose yardage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying to impose their will with the run. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Burke. With the catch, it's Hamlet. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Down for the tackle. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Throws for the tight end. Got his man all by himself. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback.
There's a crease. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Thundering Herd.
faces it to be down, and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back, and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit hole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves, too. I don't know if it was 2-minute type situation, if they were expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. From the gun, the ground game. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Now on second down. To the air, it's Burke. The sure hands, it's Hamlet. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary, catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He'll throw it. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Gets it to him on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. On target. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. That's the end of the period, and East Carolina has the lead. Now let's take a look at the stats and what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Motion from the wide receiver. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. And they're able to make the tackle.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Wide receiver going in motion. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This drive has already drained more than 3 minutes off the clock, and now they've got it on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Let's see if this offense comes out swinging from the first play of the drive down late. Snagged in the middle, it's Payne. And they pick up just a few on that completion. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Makes the catch, it's Norton. Still on his feet at the 45. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The keeper on the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Complete. Makes his man miss. Snags it and he's open. Touchdown, Marshall! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Burke. Pressure coming. Got his man on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
And that's perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
Here's a little room there. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. This time he wants to throw. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. They'll run the screen. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their 1st timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Pirates kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Right on the money. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. And the Pirates go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. They'll keep it on the ground. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock.
Hey, man, that's so frustrating for this defense to get him in 3rd down and short. And look, the 1st down's almost a touchdown, right? So this is a tough situation. This defense is going to...
Touchdown, ECU! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Coming out with it, it's Boston. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. Okay, 1 possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.